What's up, my chatterboxes? This is my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 22, A Star is Born. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button, share this video, comment below, and most importantly, subscribe. So we just going to get into the messiness of it all. So the show actually starts out with Porsha and her mom. They're sitting on the couch having a couple drinks. And I think Porsha said that she mixed her wine with cranberry juice and ice. And the mom called it like a ghetto concoction. So when Porsha moseyed her way to the kitchen to get an ice cube, the mom was like, well, you might as well get me one too. She was like, I'll be ghetto and country with you. So that was a cute little moment between them. I actually like Porsha and her mom relationship. She respects her as a mom, but they still can, connect as, women too. I like that. Now moving on, we have Cynthia. She's talking to Noelle on the phone, and Noelle is in not Atlanta. She's in LA with Mike and his daughters. And she was telling Cynthia how she likes it out there. She's meeting up with acting coaches. And she, how they excited for her to come because they all plan on meeting Cynthia at the airport and things like that. So Cynthia was telling her that she got a date for the wedding, and it's 10/10/20. Child, throw the whole 2020 away. So Cynthia, maybe you throw the whole goddamn 2020 away. Cynthia, maybe you need to postpone that wedding into 2021. That's all I got to say. But you know what? It do seem like Noelle is flourishing out there, and she seemed to, be doing quite well. So I'm happy for her in that aspect. Now moving on to Kandi. She went to go see Mama. No, actually, before we get to Kandi, we seen Kenya. She's going to I guess it's like a Sally beauty supply store, because that's where Kenya, hairline is at. So they got like her pictures. It's like a grand opening event or something like that. So she pulled up to the event, pictures all outside. She goes in, there's a whole bunch of people. That's where TMZ caught her ass at, in front of that daggone grand opening too. So she goes inside. Thank you, hi, thank you. All fake and phony. Oh my God, she's so fake and phony. But apparently her hairline is doing quite well. So kudos to you, Kenya, on that. It wasn't much, to talk about with that. So now we have Mama Joyce and Kandi. Kandi goes over there just to, shoot the breeze with Mama Joyce. And she got this old ass lunchbox there. So Kandi asked her, well, what's up with the lunchbox? She was like, oh, it reminds me of my childhood and I had a traumatic experience. So she was like, so Kandi asked her what it was. She was like, oh, I'll tell you that a little bit later. So basically they started talking about, the baby shower and, the plans for that and everything like that. So apparently the traumatic story was Mama Joyce said she had the lunchbox and the little girl asked her, the little girl asked her for some money and Mama Joyce gave it to her. The little girl stole it. Something to that effect. I could have got it all wrong. But basically, what she was doing was throwing shade at Ty. And that's what Kandi said in her confession. And she said she's trying to be smart about Ty. Because it flashed back when Mama Joyce was saying that she wants to leave everything to Riley because she didn't think that Ty would make sure Riley was okay. Mama Joyce, you gonna have to let this shit go. Ty ain't using Kandi. Ty, he's adding to her wealth. And the fact that you keep coming at Ty about Kandi money makes me raise an eyebrow to you about what's your intentions for her money. You mad because somebody else is getting your cut. Kandi always going to take care of you, so what's the problem? What's the problem, Mama? You actually, it seemed like you actually want Kandi money. So Kandi, she said she wasn't letting it bother. She was like, Ty has already showed her that he can bring, wealth into, to their union. She was like, that's her husband. And she just let Mama Joyce talk. That's what she do. But Kandi, sometimes you got to put your foot down, and maybe you need to tell Mama Joyce she out of goddamn line. That's all I'm saying. Because it kind of makes sense as to why Ty act the way he act. And I'm going to talk about this further on in this video. Just stay tuned. And if you guys catch on, because I actually missed a couple scenes, I don't know, it's kind of late for me, so I had to go back and re-record this piece of it. So if you hear me when I introduce Nene, when I say starting off with her, no, it was out of sequence. So forgive me for that. Thank you. Out with Nene. She's at the house with Greg. They're getting their outfits together to go to Kandi's baby shower. Now, if uninterested was a person, it would be Greg, because he wasn't paying Nene ass no mind. So she was asking him, what should she wear? So she pulled out this little, it looked like a sequence jumpsuit. So she was like, tracksuit, actually. It looked like a tracksuit. So she was asking him, did he like it? Should she wear that? He was like, yeah, it's all right. So, and she was like, well, they say it's like a Stars Born theme and Hollywood glamour. I'm saying that do not represent Hollywood, that damn tracksuit. Nene, I swear, she got the same goddamn on outfit and different varieties. She I don't know. She probably need a stylist, because she's not that great of a dresser. So anyway, so she was like, well, I'm going go look for something else. He was like, well, I'm wearing brown. Now she had this like disco silver sequence, and his ass was about to wear brown. I hope she changed that outfit, because they would be so mixed match. It's not even funny. So she ended up getting on the phone with Wendy Williams, because apparently she missed her call, so she called her back. So they were talking, and Nene said that when she was out shopping, she got the text, but it almost seemed like she was saying something about Kanye West. So Wendy Williams was like, well, I got big thumbs. You big everywhere, Wendy, okay? Damn, big feet, big thumbs, big legs with the elephantitis or whatever you got. I'm like, damn, you just one big bitch. Sorry. Anyway, she was like, it's a TMZ court story. So basically it was Kenya talking about Nene. They had asked her some questions, and she was answering. She was like, Nene's not friends with anyone, just running down on Nene. So Wendy Williams was telling Nene about what was going on. So Wendy told her, she was like, listen, don't fall into the trap, because you already know Kenya going to, be coming with, something in her arsenal. She was like, it's an old saying. I think she said the dog bark at the moon, and that's not the odd part about it. The bad part is when the moon barks back at the dog. That's when it's a problem. So she was like, Nene, in this situation, you're the moon. Don't bark back. So she basically just called Kenya the damn dog. So Nene was like, so you're not, you don't think I should say anything? She said, no, don't say anything. She was like, keep quiet. She was like, well, she's talking about me. Wendy said to her, she was like, listen, you have came a long way, Nene. Now, that's something, this conversation is kind of like weird, because Wendy Williams just blasted Nene about 2 weeks ago for ambushing her on her live or something like that. Now you on here giving her all this advice and saying how she came a long way. If toxic was a friendship, it would be those two. I swear to goodness. I can't take them two, because it's always they going back and forth. So Nene kept on, so she started going in. She was like, well, I don't say nothing to her, and she keep having my name in her mouth. Who's the bully? She's the bully. She was like, I ain't saying nothing about her. Where she get those eggs from? See, that's where the low blow at. You sit up there and you tried to apologize to Kenya. This is why Kenya didn't take her apology when they was in Barcelona, wherever the hell they was at. She was like, because it wasn't genuine. And then I'm starting to believe Kenya was right, because Nene, you sitting up there talking about where she get those eggs from. Those eggs, why do the baby look more like Mark than her? They probably, it wasn't her eggs or whatever like that. So Wendy was saying, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me, I belched. So Wendy was saying how she said to her, she said, Nene, don't go there, don't go there. She was like, well, I'm not going there. See, and you was trying to say that you wasn't calling her baby hippopotamus or well, whatever you did. And I don't think you really was in that context, but listen, you clearly throwing shots at her and her reproductive system and things like that. And I don't think that that's cool. Can you have a baby right now if you wanted to? Can you? Leave that lady alone. Come on now, don't do that. Don't do that. You could poke at her with other stuff, but when it comes about baby Brooklyn, leave that shit alone. So anyway, moving on from that, now we have Ty. He's there with the whole crew, Kandi's crew, Don Juan, and the crew. I forgot her girlfriend, Carmen. So they're actually building. It almost looked like a movie. They on an old movie set, or they building the baby shower to mimic a movie set. So, like I said, the theme of the baby shower is A Star Is Born. They got like a little Hollywood Walk of Fame, and it's like Riley, Ace, Kayla, all Kandi, Ty, everybody's name on there. I was like, okay, Ty, because Kandi said in her I think it was in her confessional, she was like, one thing about Ty, he could do an event, but that's what he do anyway. He worked production and things like that, so he's pretty good at that. And then now he got Kandi crew with him. They like a like a 3-man team. Like they got it going on. They really do. So Kandi called him on the phone and told him that Mama Joyce wasn't coming. So he like, well, wow, what's wrong? She was like, because of how you treated her earlier. So apparently Mama Joyce and Kandi had ate lunch at some restaurant. I'm not exactly sure if it was Old Lady Gang. Ty said that he would stop by, and he never came over to say anything to Kandi and Mama Joyce. Now, he already told Kandi that he wasn't going to sit and have lunch with him. Kandi said, well, that's okay, but you could at least say hello. So now Mama Joyce is all bent out of shape because he, didn't come over and say hello. So he's saying that he just didn't feel like it. He was hungry, he was tired, he just didn't feel like it. Now, I do think it was rude of Ty not to have said hello. But with all the nonsense Mama Joyce probably is still putting him through and the things that we probably not privy to, part of me is saying I don't blame Ty. Like, I can't 100% be on Ty's side because I don't know if something transpired prior to. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. I really am, because Mama Joyce is a piece of daggone work, okay? And Kandi don't see no wrong in what Mama Joyce did. Not saying she was wrong in this particular incident, but we all know the history. That's all I'm saying. So when he hung up the phone with Kandi, I think her name Candace or something. Everybody know Kandi, best friend, the one Mama Joyce said some crap about too. Carmen was like, she really not coming? He was like, no. He was like, I ain't got time for that. I'm like, it's just too much, okay? So now we got Nene. She's meeting up with Porsha at Porsha's house, and we have also baby PJ. We can't leave her out. So baby PJ fussing until Porsha said, oh, she has gifts for you, and then she shut right up. Like, she really did shut up. So Porsha in her confessional was like, that's baby PJ love language is gifts, because she really shut her mouth. So Nene came over just to talk the shit to her or whatever about what's going on with the girls and everything like that. So she was telling her how Wendy Williams had told her about what was going on with Kenya. And she was like, well, I was going to tell you myself, because Porsha seen it on the blogs as well. So Nene was saying how, Kenya is a bully. Like, she bullied Kim Fields, which she did. They showed clips of that. She said, now Nene gonna say she bullied her in Toronto. No, she didn't, Nene. You was not being bullied in Toronto, but I'm gonna let you have it. She was like, she messed with Phaedra, messing around with Apollo, because you remember when they was on that trip and how she was all flirty with Apollo? She sure did do that. So Porsha was saying how, her and Kenya, are they not like enemies, but they not on the best of terms. So she was bringing up that March of Dimes situation where Shamia was talking about her birth story and things like that, and the thing, having problems that she had. And Kenya interjected with saying how, yeah, because you remember how you called me and we were talking about it, and I was here for you and things like that. And you seen that Porsha was obviously upset because her and Shamia is best friends. So she was like, Shamia had came to her after the fact and was like, I did not call her when I was in birth. She said, when I was in labor. She said, Kenya, Shamia either text Kenya or Kenya text Shamia after the fact. And Shamia showed Porsha the text because Nene was saying, well, something had to happen. She was like, no. So she told her, what Shamia told her, and she showed her proof. And she said, Shamia said the only reason why she didn't say nothing in that moment is because Porsha was sitting next to like the president of the foundation. She was like, here you were supposed to be embracing women and things like that. She was like, she didn't feel as though it was the time. And they feel as though that Kenya really did that to be smart. Like, here you go, that's your friend. And now you're acting like you wasn't involved in your friend giving birth and things like that. So how much are you really here for women? That's the energy that they thought Kenya put out. And she might have. Kenya is very crafty and she is very sneaky. I like Kenya to a certain extent, but I know her ways. And you cannot put nothing past her. You just can't. She's nobody's fool. I will tell you that. She's nobody's fool. So Nene, she was trying to throw Kandi and Cynthia in there. She said, you think Kandi and Cynthia don't tell her when she's wrong? And I like what Porsha said. Porsha said, she's a grown-ass woman. Can't nobody tell her how to act. And I like that, because stop trying to put that shit on Kandi and Cynthia. Because we have seen Kandi say to her when she was wrong. You understand? Cynthia might dance around it, but we have seen Kandi, check her when she was wrong. So, Nene, stop it. You just want to put blame other places. She a grown-ass woman, and she going to have to take responsibility for whatever she has done, and you going to have to take responsibility for the shit you did, okay? So now we see the ladies. They all getting ready. Porsha, she's talking to her mom because her mom babysitting baby PJ. You seen Cynthia, she's getting her makeup done. Nene's looking for her outfit. And now we have Kandi, and she's on the phone. I guess it was Don Juan. And they were going back and forth about where the surrogate is supposed to be, where they supposed to meet the surrogate. Because I think she was near the VIB parking. I don't know. It was the whole debacle with that. So when she got off the phone with them, she was talking to Kayla, because Kayla, which is Ty's daughter, she's in town. So we all know that she went to New York. So she's saying she's ready to come back now. And Kandi said in her confessional that Ty and Kayla is in a better place because they butt heads a lot. They don't see eye to eye. And Ty, he kind of a no nonsense type of guy. So it's kind of probably hard for a daughter, to navigate through this world with a father like that without them button heads. Yeah, that's the best I can put it. So Kandi was saying, well, you probably be ready to move out. So Kayla said, I knew you was going to say that, something to that effect. And Kandi was like, no. She was like, you can stay here if that's what you want to do. She was like, but I'm just saying, you're in your 20s and you may want to find another place. Kayla was like, well, that was just like a slight kick. Kandi wasn't feeling that shit because what people like to say, oh, Kandi don't treat her like she treat her other kids. When in reality, she can't treat her the same way because Ty always in her fear and what she got going on with Kayla. So she made that very clear. You can stay here as long as you want. But like she said, she's 23 years old. Maybe she should want to spread her wings and, see what's out there. Well, we'll see. We shall see. Okay, so now we have the baby shower. When I tell you they know how to throw a goddamn shindig, it reminds me of the grand opening of Tyler Perry Studios. They had, like I said earlier in the video, the Hollywood Walk of Fame. They had the red carpet. They had people interviewing people on the red carpet. Oh my God, they held no expense. So anyway, we have Eva there. She's there with her baby Maverick and her husband. We also see Cynthia. So Cynthia, and then we seen Tanya on the red carpet. She was like, "Yeah, I'm giving them a old shoulder pad just in case I gotta read something." I'm like, "Okay, Tanya, you coming ready? You equipped with those daggone boulders." Anyway, so Kandi came in with her family and Ty. So Candy's stirring up trouble with Ty because she's still mad at Ty for not saying anything to his mom. And like Ty said, she did a lot of stuff too that we not talking about. He was like, I don't want to have. He said, I don't want to argue tonight. Tonight we supposed to have fun. She was like, well, it don't cost you nothing to say hello. He was like, look, do you want to argue or do you want to have fun? Like, what is it? Like, listen, Kandi, check him at home because right now ain't the time. So we see that her surrogate is there. And she said that Kandi said that she wanted her to feel special. And that had to, I wonder did it feel more awkward for Kandi and Ty, or did it feel awkward for the surrogate? Or did anybody feel a type of way? I don't know. Anyway, so we see that Eva and Cynthia was talking. So she was like, did you see what Kenya said to the blogs about Nene? She was like, of all blogs, it was TMZ. So she basically was saying how Nene was a bully and things like that. So Cynthia is over it. Cynthia is over it. She was like, I hope they can get it together for the sake of, this event. And she's over it and act like civilized adults. So she told Eva that she's going to be going to LA to stay there, because Mark or Mike, whatever his name is, has been in Atlanta a lot. So she's going to do her part and go over there and stay with them because her daughter Noelle is already over there. So that should be fun. So I just can't wait until this really hit the fan because this is like a little entry to what's to come in this video because I already know once the whole clan get there, the shit won't be going on. We already know. So I'm here for the drama, but, let's stay tuned. So it looks like Kandi couldn't let it go because she kept on poking the bear with Ty, but they end up agreeing to disagree and they walk their separate directions, greeting the guests. So, Nene arrived, her and Greg. She didn't look too bad. I thought they was going to be mixed match, but they look pretty good together. And Porsha came through. She gave me Diana Ross vibes. Porsha looked really nice with the big poofy curly hair and the big earrings. I liked it. And like I said, Eva was there with her husband. Who else? Marlo came. I liked her look. They all the ladies look pretty good. Kenya ended up coming too. She was like, oh, I didn't know this was going to be this kind of fancy. I feel like I'm underdressed. She was like, I missed the mark on this one. And then Nene made a comment, to me, a shady comment talking about, oh, I didn't know baby showers all like over the top like this. She was like, when I had my kids, my baby shower was in a event space with, things for a baby. Okay, this is 2020, Nene. Shit is different. You had your kids how long ago? Like, shut up, okay? Because I'm pretty sure if your old ass was pregnant now, you would probably throw an extravagant event, okay? Don't nobody do a party like a Tucker, okay? Kandi and Ty, they do good parties. So now we have Kandi. She's talking to the girls and they was asking like where her mom was, mom was there. So she said, well, she's not coming, and they asked her why. So she told them the situation between Ty. So apparently, like I said, Mama Joyce been talking shit about Ty, but Eva was like, it's a certain level of respect he need to have for your mom, regardless of, she out of line sometime. He just gotta, rise above it. And she's absolutely right. I will never condone him getting in Mama Joyce's face, hollering at her, yelling at her, any of that stuff. But I'm a strong believer in guarding your freaking peace. So if he gotta stay away from her and don't have contact with her just for him to be at peace, then I don't see nothing wrong with it. Because Mama Joyce got to learn how to not trigger him as well. They both grown adults. That is her mom. And I would not, I would never go for him, disrespecting her verbally, physically, or anything like that. But if he abstaining from being next to her, I mean, sometimes you got to do it to keep your peace and your sanity. So I'm here for it. So they were doing like a little game. You remember when I hold up before I even get to the game? You remember when I was saying I didn't know who was going to be more uncomfortable, the baby, the surrogate or Kandi? Well, it looks like the surrogate because they kept on going back and forth like with the camera to her and her daughter. I guess they were like at a designated spot that they had for the surrogate. They looked bored. It wasn't engaging because everybody there was for Ty and Kandi. No one, knew her, embraced her, or anything like that. I think Kandi probably should have did a better job of incorporating her into, everything that was going on. I get it; it's a big event. You have to be sociable and stuff like that. She might didn't want to walk around the venue with everyone, but maybe y'all should have thought about the activities more so than the aesthetic of it all. So they had Shamia, I guess, as like the MC. And Shamia, because she like is a dancer for like one of the football teams and something like that. Like that's her thing. That's her element. So she called up Mike, that's Eva's husband, Greg, and Ty. She came up for them to do like a game, and they had to put like these. It kind of mimicked like having like a baby belly on, and then they had to do like the how low can you go game with the the stick and go under it. Ty, let me tell you something. He got some balance. He bent back, going under, and so while he had a drink in his hand and still didn't drop the drink. I was like, okay, Ty. So before that, Kandi thought that the surrogate was leaving. Like I said, she was uncomfortable, but come to find out, her daughter just wanted something to eat, so she ran out and got something to eat. So they're all conversing and things like that. So Tanya went over to where Nene, I think it was Nene, Porsha, and Marlo, and Tanya was like, "Oh, I just want to say, Marlo, you a good friend." So Marlo was like, "Well, why you say that? You seen the blog?" She was like, "Yeah." So that's Tanya, you being messy too. And I like Tanya because she bubbly and things like that. Like when Porsha hit the red carpet, she was, yes, Porsha, yes, this and that, all that. I like her. She always, she seemed like on an even playing field. But she has not gotten over the fact that Kenya brought that damn Kandi lady. Because she keep stirring up some shit with Kenya too. Even though she said in Barcelona that she was forgiving her for the things that she did or whatever like that. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Anyway, so Nene was like, Nene liked to throw Wendy Williams' name. She was like, yeah, because Wendy called and told me that. So it's a little truth to what Wendy was saying. Even though she liked to exaggerate too, it is a little truth to what Wendy said because Nene has thrown her name around a couple times. Anyway, so Kenya and all of them, they all mingled in one little circle. So Eva was saying how Kandi looked like she liked to snatch this person, and just, about to be giving birth, and everybody was saying, how good she looked, because even Nene said that she looked younger, so she was like, well, thank you. Like, she did look pretty good. I didn't realize Kandi was that damn short. So they got into it because Marlo messy ass, they were all like surrounding the table, and Marlo going to show. She was like, "Oh, I got a Google alert," and she asked Kenya to read it, and Kenya read it, and Marlo was like, "Is this true?" She was like, "Yeah, it's true because it was video along with the text, and I said it." Oh my. Oh my goodness. She was like, yes, Nene is a bully. Like, she did not hold back. She was like, she tried to spit on me, and she tried to do this, she tried to do that. I'm like, that's all I can say. Like, oh my God. So they start going back and forth, arguing at one another. Kandi was like, y'all getting too loud. People starting to leave. She excused that stuff. She was like, she can't, deal with it. So she was looking for Ty. She went, joined Shamia on stage, and she looking for Ty. Ty wasn't nowhere to be found at first. That's all you heard up. Now you see Kenya. She goes around to, I don't know who she approached. So Marlo was like, see, that's where you starting, because you trying to come close. Because she was trying to go to where Nene was there, but it was somebody over near Nene that Kenya was trying to go towards near, but she was trying to do it to be smart. And Marlo called her out for it. So she was like, no, I'm not. So they start arguing back and forth. So next thing you know, you see Ty and Kandi on the stage. And so you hear Ty say, is they about to fight? They arguing? I'm like, it's a time and it's a place for the drama. And if Kandi knew y'all couldn't behave yourselves at a goddamn baby shower, maybe she shouldn't invite neither one of y'all old asses, okay? And I don't want to keep saying old like y'all over the hill, but y'all too goddamn old to be acting like some goddamn children. Y'all too old to be acting like that. Come on. Like, give me a damn break. Y'all couldn't hold it in for one time. And Marlo, you started that shit. You did. Like, it's a time and place for that stuff. I'll be mad I kicked out that goddamn money. I don't care if I'm rich or not. That kind of money. Because somebody said, like, it's a shame because, that's what Kenya said in her confessional. She was like, it's a shame because this is she was saying that about Mama Joyce. She was like, Mama Joyce should be there because it's a special, this is a miracle baby for, Kandi and Ty and things like that. And she should be there. But I'm going to put that into this situation. It's a special occasion for Kandi, and you shouldn't have started that bullshit. And I'm not going to throw the fact that you don't have no children, but maybe you don't see the significance in it because you don't have children. That was not the time nor place for you to be putting up with that. I mean, starting that crap. It wasn't. Okay, so like I said, Kenya she acted like she was walking over there towards Shamia, and then that's when all hell broke loose. Nene talking about she'll drag her, and it was a hot ass mess. And then they cut to them old white ladies. I'm like, y'all cutting up in front of company? They ain't gonna never come to none of Kandi shit no more. You know they got money. They look like money. Oh my gosh. Like, can we not show off in front of company? That's all I want to ask. So Porsha was telling Nene, just stop, because she trying to provoke you. You know, that's what she does. And, because you remember how she provoked Porsha on the reunion with that guy there on Scepter or something like that. And Porsha dragged her ass. But let me ask y'all guys a question. Nene and Porsha wasn't buddies on the beginning of the season and in the last season. They just reconciled. If you had drama with a person, would you be so quick to be buddy all over again with them, or would it take time? Because it seemed like she apologized and they back to normal. Or is this normal behavior? Because me, I don't roll like that. It would kind of take time for me to trust the person over again. We can't just go back into the groove. But if y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. That's my personal take on it. So now it was like Porsha, Nene, Marlo, and Tan, they over there on that group talking about it. And then now you have Eva and Cynthia and Kenya. Kenya was saying, like, I wasn't trying to, do anything to her. I was just over there trying to say something to Shamia. No, you wasn't. You know exactly what the hell you was doing. You know exactly what you was doing. So she was saying, Cynthia was saying, what 55-year-old woman talking about dragging somebody? Listen, stop making it seem like it was all Nene fault, because it takes two to tango. And Kenya, she got real down and dirty with Nene right then. So they both was they both was acting like fools. Cynthia said to Kenya, well, I wasn't even expecting you to read your own stuff. She was like, yeah, I said it. And she said I read it because she knew exactly what she was doing. She was like, and she was like, and I stand on it. Oh, okay, you standing on it. Oh, okay. Well, as long as you can stand on what the hell you said, I ain't mad at you. So Kandi and Ty, they was on the stage with the surrogate, and they trying to like get some order, in the court. So they calmed down, the girls calmed down. They, back to, business, I ain't gonna say back to business, but they calmed down. They was acting civilized. So Ty was like, oh, it seemed like they calmed down, like he said that on the mic. So Shamia, they introduced Shamia as the surrogate and things like that. She said a couple words. And I don't know, I kind of cringed a little bit. She was like, even though in essence, that's what she doing. I don't know if I probably would want to hear that in front of everybody, but she said, I couldn't imagine not being able to, have my children. So it's a blessing to be able to give somebody that gift. I'm like, okay, well, just make me feel like I can't do it. Like, I mean, even though Kandi had challenges, it's not like she never birthed her own kids, but I don't think she didn't mean it like that. But I kind of like felt away from her how she said it. So then Ty got on there and apologized to Kandi, and he was saying how he wasn't being the best of husbands. And, he's apologized to Mama Joyce, and they hugged it out, kissed it out, and it was a beautiful, touching moment. So they also announced what the baby name was going to be, because the options was, when she was in the bathroom with Kayla, she already said the options was Blaze and Banks. Kayla liked Banks, and so did Ace and Riley, but apparently it was more people voting because they picked Blaze, and Kandi was excited about that, and everybody started having fun and mingling and doing what they were supposed to do in the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? It shouldn't have been all that rah-rah at the goddamn baby shower. Oh, even though it didn't really look like a baby shower, but it still was a baby shower. So this was the season finale. So it was it says, how I give like a snapshot of what all the women are doing currently. So it said Kandi has figured out how to balance work and family. It was saying how Porsha and Dennis is spending a lot of quarantine time. And she also got a sheet set line out. Cynthia, she bi-coastal now, between, Atlanta and LA with her fiance and, the kids over there. What is that? Nene, I don't even know what the hell it said about Nene. Nene stirred up the trouble. That's what it should have said about her. Eva, her goal is just not to get pregnant in 2020, because she said they pull out method is crazy. Like, you need to put you need to make him put a condom on or something, Eva. Like, come on, I know that's your husband and all, but damn, somebody got to do something. I can't remember what the other girls had going on. So that's all I got for y'all. If you guys like to comment, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to holler at your girl.